Well, welcome back to Game 50 out of 82 recap reaction. Sorry this one's a little later. I watched this game out of the house. Haven't been back since the game ended. Doesn't really matter though, because I doubt anyone wants to remember this game. I wouldn't even blame you if you saw this scoffed in your sub box and never watched it, because this game just sucks. This is the type of game, as a hockey fan, as a sports fan, that just sucks the life out of you. It's going to be a short video. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a nice long weekend. If you had a long weekend, I don't remember if every province in Canada has the same days off. I know it's family day here, other days, other places. But yeah, if you did have a long weekend, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't let this Jets loss, ruin your weekend, because, god damn it, it has the power to do so. It really does, because this game just sucks. Like we talk about consistency, right? With the Jets, it's a big issue they have. They've got none of it. We know that. It's just how they play. It's been this way for a lot this season, and going back other seasons in the last 2 years. But I'd say this year it's been the biggest prevailing issue. Next to obviously coaching and lineups and everything else, but that's a different conversation for another day, because I liked how the Jets played. The first period, it's a 0-0 game. They're playing tough. It's evenly matched. I liked the first period. Was it perfect? No, but I liked it. Second period, Sean Monahan scores. Really quickly in on the power play. Great goal. I'm not going to complain about that. Dominic Toninato, who's been on fire lately. I'm loving his play. I love the way this guy's been playing for us. His 5th goal of the season from Pionk and Dillon. You like to see those guys get points too. And it's a tie game. 1-1. 1-1 tie game. I don't think anyone was panicking. Third period starts, and it's a good third period. It's entertaining. It's a close game. And the closer it gets to that third period, I'm thinking, okay, this is an overtime game. There's some games when you watch hockey where you can tell that, okay, even though everyone's playing great hockey, no one's playing for a tie, this is going to be an overtime game. It just feels that way with the goaltenders and with everything else. Like I said, I liked this game, and I bet most of you guys did too, for a full almost 60 minutes of hockey, because that's literally what it was. Elias Lindholm, not Sean Monahan. Elias Lindholm. 19 minutes and 13 seconds into the third period. Do the math on how much time's left in the game there, ladies and gentlemen, because it'll make your skin crawl. 2-1. That's it. That's the game. This is a must-win game. I don't care what anyone says, because every damn game is a must-win game if you are trying to get into the playoffs right now, which the Jets are trying to do. They're a mediocre, middle-pack team who can play great one night against a good opponent, play down to a weak opponent the next, lose a crucial game, and that's what kills you in a playoff race. That's what mediocrity is. That's what inconsistency is. And the Jets tonight didn't play an inconsistent game. They weren't mediocre. I liked their game tonight. But it doesn't matter how much you like it, because you don't get a point out of it. Your standings, if you not get worst, and you're getting closer to the end of the season. Trade deadline is looming. There's only more speculation growing, and God, I've been torn on this team for a while now, because I love the Jets, but I don't know what I want them to do, because it sucks. This sucks to watch. I want these guys to do good. Obviously I do. Every fan out there wants them to do good, but at the end of the day, I don't think this is the season we make the playoffs. And I hate saying that, but honest question, if you are a diehard Jets fan, and you watch these videos just because you disagree with my opinion and you want to hear the other side of the fandom, or whatever, even if you don't like me, I don't care. You can see the internet. You don't have to like anybody, you don't have to watch anybody. I genuinely ask every type of Jets fan, from the most loyal ones to the most the ones that are even worse than me, that hate every element of this team and don't even watch them because they think they're terrible. I ask every fan that has ever watched the Jets, what do you want them to do? What's the path? What's the direction you think the Jets should go on? For me, I'm still torn. I think we should sell at the deadline and kind of retool with this team. I think coaching staff needs to be completely cleared out, and I would even argue that maybe a change at the helm and general manager wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, I'm not going to say look at the Canucks. I'm not going to say look at any other team that's made changes, because that's not how the Jets are. Every team is different. Every organization is different. But at the end of the day, I think it's time. I think the window of this team has sealed with its current iteration. I think there is enough talent on this team that if you retool it and restructure the foundation, this can be a winning team again with a lot of key players. Like, you've got Kyle Connor, who is a staple, who's a franchise player. PLD is developing into a franchise center. Cole Perfetti, even though he's injured right now, he's going to be a great top 6 player for us. And it sucks that he's injured, because this is the type of time you want to see young guys play, to see what they can bring. You know, I still like Nikolai Ehlers. Yes, he's become injury prone, and I don't want to trade him because I still think he's a big asset to this team. Look how poorly we've played since he's went out. Now, we played poorly with him there, don't get me wrong, but he's still an asset to this team that makes us better. I like Mark Scheifele as a player for what he's done for this franchise. And, like, God, if you asked me 3-4 years ago trading Mark Scheifele, I would laugh at you. But now, I don't know. It's a genuine question. And this game isn't the one that starts these conversations, but it steers us in a certain direction. Like I've said for a while, the Jets kind of right now are at a very large crossroad. They're basically at confusion corner, if you ask me. You got multiple different options and different paths you can choose, and right now they don't know what to do. They're just, staying at the red light. When the light goes green, you've got to make a decision, and I don't know if the Jets are going to be able to. You could argue that the light's been green for a while, and they've just been stalled there with their hazards on. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know what this team can do to make themselves better at this point. At this point in the season, you can't go out and make some big splashy trades to try to make you better because, yes, you're still technically in the hunt for a playoff spot, but is that really worth it right now? Not to mention the lineups that we're rolling out right now. I don't understand Ville Heinola playing down there, and I'm not going to rip on Logan Stanley tonight because, yeah, I didn't like his play, and I'm going to say that out now, but he's not the reason we lost this game. But when you're putting in lineup decisions like this, are you getting the best outcome from your entire team, based on player personnel and skill level? I think Ville Heinola was getting better. I think he should be on this team. The Jets have a serious problem on giving players and the prospects a real shot without injury in the top 6 or top 4 of a pairings or anything. Like, seriously, look at every player we've had on our team, and honest to God, ask yourself, how many of them actually got opportunity without having to have injuries? Mark Scheifele was not good in his rookie season, got better, but still got opportunity with injuries. The only player we've ever had jump in and be a consistent guy right out of the draft is Patrick Laine due to draft pedigree. Seriously, look at it. Kyle Connor's the same thing. Nikolai Ehlers is the exact same thing. Let me not remind you that Nikolai Ehlers spent a good part of his first 50 games in the NHL playing with Chris Thorburn. Is that how you develop players? Yeah, bottom 6 guys get good opportunities and develop into decent role players. Mason Appleton was a good example of that. Brendan Tana's a good example of that. Adam Lowry is a good example of that. There's tons of good examples. Even Dominic Toninato, to an extent, has been getting better, even though he's older, as a role player, given opportunity in the bottom 6. And I think that's great. But what happens with the top-tier guys? We shouldn't have to roll out Blake Wheeler on the top line every night when the speed is not there anymore and that line struggles. I think Blake Wheeler is a good player still and can be utilized well. I think almost every Jets fan agrees with that. Is his contract good? No. But again, all these situations, they accumulate and then we don't really do anything. And we lose games like this where we play okay, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it sucks, but we need these points. It's not one of those things you can, this game sucks, off to the next one, because the next one is just, the odds are getting worse. This team needs to wake up and realize that either they're not a playoff team or they need to retool, and management ownership, someone needs to step in with an actual path and direction. Someone has to get involved with this and figure out what the Jets are. Right now, they're drowning. Do we wait until they're dead in the water, or do we try to throw them a life preserve and figure out what this team is and figure out the next step? I don't know right now. I really think a lot of this falls on upper management. Players can only win and have an attitude for so long. Coaching can only do so much. We've seen a coaching change. It didn't really do anything. Adam Lowry probably isn't the best fit for the future. Dave Lowry, excuse me. I don't know. I love this team. I want to see them do better, but I'm at a crossroads right now because I don't know what they are. I don't know what we're going to do. There's not enough rumors circulating, and not to mention Andrew Copp is injured, and he was a great asset going into this deadline if we potentially couldn't re-sign him going into, obviously, unrestricted free agency. I don't know what to do. I don't know what they should do. At the end of the day, it's nice to see Dominic Toninato play good, but the Jets could be massive sellers at the deadline. They could stand pat and do nothing, which I think might be a mistake, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm at a crossroads just as much as the Jets are, and I bet a lot of you are too. So why don't you let me know your thoughts on this entire season, what you want the Jets to do, and all your other thoughts about this team down in the comment section below. I'd really like to hear it on this one, because this is a tough game. It's a really tough game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Check out all the other affiliated links down in the description below as always. Have a great rest of your evening. I hope you had a nice long weekend if you had one, like I said at the start of the video. And yeah, there'll be more content coming out soon. I know the channel's been lacking on some content in areas. I'm just busy with stuff, and it takes some time to really put these scripts together with the facts, and I want to make good content, not just throw out stuff when I'm half awake from a long shift at work or in the middle of the night when I can't sleep or something like that. So I hope you guys can understand that, but I will be having some content coming out this week for you guys and into next week as well. So stay tuned for that. Turn on notifications if you haven't already. Have a great rest of your day, like I already said. Peace, love, and positivity as always. And at the end of the day, I will always say it. Go Jets, go!